What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 89, and we start today's episode off with a game against Arsenal here in the Premier League. So, taking on the Gunners as they travel to the Hawthorns. Last year in this fixture, we beat Arsenal on the opening day of the season at home by 4-0. So I was hoping to have the same scoreline here, and as you can see by the league table, we are still top with 10 games to go. So we're on to the home stretch now. We're on to the final run of fixtures, and we are top by 3 points. Chelsea are behind us by 3 points, obviously, and the next closest team is Spurs, who are in third, and they're 10 points behind us, and they've played a game more. So as you can see, of late I've been mentioning it a bit more. At the start of the season and midway through, I was downplaying my chances. No, top 4, that's our aim. But now I'm really starting to believe that winning this title is something we can do, and with the way we've been playing of late, with the way we've been playing all season really, and the points we've been accumulating, I am finally getting very optimistic and starting to believe this could be our year. But the first chance this game would fall in the 11th minute as Lacazette plays the ball forward towards Niang. Callum Chambers is nowhere to be seen, and as Niang beats him to the ball, he shoots, but if it wasn't for a great save by Szczesny, it would have been 1-0 to West Brom. So good save by the goalkeeper there, bailing out Callum Chambers, and from the throw in, Lacazette takes it quickly, gives it to Carrillo, first time cross, and again it's Callum Chambers not doing his job defensively. And last year, I mentioned the fixture last year when we beat Arsenal 4-0, Chambers was all over the place. Of course, he spent his first season in this series on loan with us, and he was absolutely terrible in the fixture last year. And again, you can see he just gets completely out jumped by Niang, gets pushed to the floor, Niang wins the header, and it's 1-0 to West Brom. So again, the aim in this game, just like last year's fixture, was run at Callum Chambers, you know, basically just put him under pressure and see what we can do, and we were 1-0 up early on. Ben Foster then made a very good save in the 21st minute to keep the score at 1-0 to us, and from the corner, Mikel Arteta, the Spaniard, would eventually cross the ball in as the former Everton man seeks out Aaron Ramsey, the Welshman, at the far post. He heads it, he wins it, but it's cleared off the line, and it's still 1-0. So good chance for Arsenal there. We got the danger away, and in the 24th minute, Lacazette's on the ball. Berber spins around Nacho Monreal, gets taken out by Koscielny. Referee plays a good advantage as Niang picks it up, goes down the left-hand side, takes on Lauren Koscielny, beats him, shoots, but it's a good save by Szczesny, and the follow-up shot by Malumbu is blocked, and Nacho Monreal clears. So still 1-0, but both sides in the early stage of the first half ran a lot of chances. As Aaron Ramsey finds Edin Dzeko here, the former City striker plays it back to the Welsh midfielder, back in towards the Bosnian. The shot comes in by Mikel Arteta, and unfortunately for us, it's another mistake by Ben Foster. And I read your comments, guys, I take them all on board. A lot of you have been saying it's time to get rid of Ben Foster. I mean, seriously, I really like the guy. I've made him club captain. I think he's a very, very decent goalkeeper in patches, but he's just so goddamn inconsistent. I mean, one game he'll make an amazing save and you'll think he's the best goalkeeper in the league. The next, he'll let shots like this go in, and it's just, oh my goodness. It's not hit with power, it's straight at him, and it just goes basically through his legs and into the bottom corner. And Arsenal are back on level terms, and Mikel Arteta, the goal scorer, would clear the ball off the line in the 45th minute to save a goal there and keep it at 1-1. And in the 52nd minute, Arsenal come through with Ramsey finding the goal scorer Arteta inside towards Coquelin. He finds Nacho Monreal at the far post, and Ben Foster has to make a save at his near post to keep it at 1-1. So still level as things stand, and not really much happened in the second half until the 82nd minute as Yusuf Malumbu found Lacazette here. Lacazette turns his man and finds Patrick Roberts. Great through ball into Jordan Abita, who takes on Abu Diaby and step overs inside and finesses the ball into the bottom corner. With 7 minutes to go, it looked as though the game was going to finish as a score draw, but I brought on Jordan Abita from the bench, and he makes it 2-1. So a really unlikely hero to win us this game, you know. I mean, Abita is the type of guy who, he came in the first season, and, you know, we've all talked about player growth being ridiculous in this year's FIFA for certain players, and Abita is definitely one of them. He was a starter in the first season, had a very good season, debut year for us at left back, never grew a single rating. This year he's finally grown one, and he hasn't been in the team at all, but I put him on the bench in this game. I brought him off the bench. I thought I'd try something different, bring on a Abita at left mid, and it turns out he cut inside from right mid to score his first goal of the season and make it West Brom 2, Arsenal 1. So a rare goal scorer, a rare hero, but with 2-1 up. And in the 90th minute, last chance would fall there, but Per Mertesaka's header went wide of the post, so the big giant could not make it 2-2, and the game did finish as a 2-1 victory to to West Bromwich Albion. So goals through Niang and Jordan Nabita mean that we claim the 3 points, and it's another big win for us. It really is. And when Jordan Nabita is coming off the bench to win you a game against Arsenal, you got to sit there and think to yourself, maybe everything is going to work out, you know. Maybe we are going to get the luck this year. But still, 2-1 the final score. Good result, good 3 points, and we do remain top of the table with 9 games to go. Following that, we had a youth squad monthly report. Sorry, not a youth squad monthly report. I always get that wrong. I always mix the two up. We had a scout report from our 2 scouts, one based in England, one based in Brazil, and most of the players look pretty average as per usual. Again, be reading the comments, and thank you for all your comments. I try and read as many as possible and reply to some as well. A lot of you have been saying that the best way to get youth players this year is to go with the categories, you know, technically gifted, physically strong, goalkeeper, defensive minded, whatever they are. Choose a category and you'll tend to have better success that way. So maybe next year I'll look into it a bit more and we'll see if we can pick up some more young stars. But still, we take on Roma for the second and final game of today's episode. And well, of course, in the first leg away in Italy, we drew at 0-0. And it was a really poor game. There were some chances for either sides, and you know, had my finishing been better, I probably could have nicked an away goal and a winner, but instead we had to take a 0-0 draw. As per usual, my main aim in Europe is get ourselves an away goal. We didn't get it, so I was feeling a little bit nervous because I looked at Roma's side, and I mentioned the last episode as well. You look at that front three of Jovino, Boni and Iturb. At front three is very strong, very good midfield and a good defence as well. I thought Roma would be a very strong side to face. They were in the first leg, so they looked like they'd be strong again here at the Hawthorns. And the first chance would fall to them in the 11th minute. They almost scored as well. The former Arsenal man Jovino almost scoring, but he hit the post early on. So an early sign of intent from Roma. And in the 29th minute, Yannick Vestergaard's header goes over the bar and out for a goal kick. But both sides having early chances here. And in the 39th minute, Roma on the ball again here. Iturb into Boni. Back to Jovino, and the 2 Ivory Coast men link up. And it is the former Swansea and Vitesse striker who smashes it in and makes it West Bromwich Albion 0, Roma 1. And the away side take the lead here with 6 minutes before the half-time break. And, well, this is why I say away goals are important, because now they scored, we had to score twice on the night. And against Roma's good defence, we couldn't score in Italy. I wasn't really fancying my chances. So great finish by Boni. It was my mistake with Vestergaard. I brought him out, I slid for no reason, and Boni punished me. But still, West Brom 0, Roma 1. And directly from kickoff, I tried to get myself back in the game and back on level terms. Lacazette rises the slide challenge and takes on Ashley Cole, beats him for pace down his right hand side, then beats Castan, goes through 1-on-1, and if it wasn't for a great save by the French goalkeeper Ruffier, it would have been level. So brilliant stop by the goalkeeper there, as I had a great run from kickoff. But from that, we come forward again, chip the ball forward, Lacazette goes for the header, but this time it goes wide and behind. So still 1-0, and on the stroke of half time it could have got even worse here as Roma come through again. It's Wilfred Boni 1-on-1, another great chance to double his goal tally. Plays it back towards the Belgian 9 Golem, and Ben Foster makes a good save there to keep it at 1-0. So had that goal gone in, it certainly would have been a good night for us, as we would have needed to score 3 goals. And 2 minutes after the restart in the second half, we won ourselves a free kick. Ricardo Rodriguez stood over it. He's already scored 1 free kick this season in his debut year for us. The left back stands over the ball to number 3. I try and curl it into that top corner over the wall and find the back of the net. We do get it over the wall, but it goes agonisingly inches above where we need it to go. It clips the top of the bar and goes out for a goal kick. So the frustration was looming here because I wasn't defending very well. I could see Roma getting themselves another goal, and that will completely seal the tie, and I just couldn't seem to find the back of the net either. But in the 51st minute, Lacazette's on the ball. Great chance here. Fake shots around his man. Plays a great ball into Saido Berahino, but his shot hit the post and it was cleared away. So twice in 6 minutes in the second half, we'd hit the woodwork here, and we were finally getting ourselves back in the game, but we just couldn't find the back of the net, which was all important. And as Wilfred Boni finds Streetman here, a great chance for the midfielder to make it 2-0, but he puts his shot wide. So they had chances to seal this tie, Rome, but it was still 1-0. And in the 75th minute, they get the ball again here with Florenzi on the ball. He gets tackled by Kyle Walker in the right back position and finds Zambrano, our centre back, being pushed up in this game. Takes on Ashley Cole, beats him for pace, and I gotta say, this is just not a penalty in my opinion. We win it. You know, you guys saw 2 very debatable penalty decisions in the Capital One Cup final against Hull. I don't think either were penalties, but if they were, fair enough, you can see why they could have been given. But this one, I'm sorry, but Cole wins the ball and Zambrano just takes a tumble, and in my opinion, that is never a penalty. But the referee brought the, you know, probably dive by Zambrano, our centre-back, really, and awarded us a penalty. So we had to score this, really. 12 minutes on the clock. If we don't score this, it's surely game over, because we still need to score another one after this goal, and we do indeed score it. Lacazette smashed it in the top corner, picks up the ball, runs back back to the centre spot, and it's 1-1. So 1 goal needed, 12 minutes to go. We are back in this tie. We hit the woodwork twice, so I felt we deserved a bit of luck. We got it there for the penalty, and it is 1-1. And with 3 minutes to go, it is still 1-1 and still Roma lead. And as Kevin Savanier robs his man, he crosses the ball in towards Lacazette. It's not dealt with by Roma. Zambrano, who won us a penalty, finds Jordan Henderson. Henderson's on the ball, finds Kyle Walker. Walker fake shots around his man, gets himself inside, drills in a cross, and Mbai Niang in the centre, who came off the bench, slides in at the far post, turns it in, and in the 89th minute, with 1 minute and just a few seconds on the clock of regular time, it is 2-1 to West Bromwich Albion, and it's absolutely fantastic for us. It's pandemonium here at the Hawthorns as Niang slides in, dives in at the far post, off the bench for Berahino to make it 2-1, and surely now we're going through to those Europa League quarter-finals. So very, very happy with the goal, and the tactical decision did work in the end, taking off Berahino for Niang as we make it 2-1. And Roma had to score another goal, else they were going out, and as they went in search of one, they pushed too many bodies forward, and as they gave the ball away, Niang wins it back, comes through the centre. Can he keep his nerve and seal the game? You bet your life he can. Niang comes off the bench and scores 2 late goals, makes it West Bromwich Albion 3, Roma 1. It's all over. We're through to the quarter-finals. Roma are out. This was an unbelievably difficult European tie, without doubt the most difficult European tie since last year's defeat to Sporting in the semis, and I'm so glad we prevailed. It was a late show. It was very, very tense, very nervy. We got fortunate with the penalty. In the end, it didn't matter, of course, because he scored another goal, but still a 3-1 victory, and I could not be more pleased that we are going through, because I'm glad we won the Capital One Cup again. It's a great competition for us to win, because it's obviously a winnable one, as we proved that for 2 years in a row, and it's always nice to get silverware, but I want to progress. I want to get myself my first European trophy of the series, and going out in the round of 16 would have been so disappointing for us. So we are through to the Europa League quarterfinals, a 3-1 victory, and I'm really feeling so this is going to be our year. I definitely feel as though we can win the Premier League. I definitely feel as though we can win the Europa League as well. It'll be a bit of an obscure treble, really, Premier League, Capital One Cup and Europa League, but even so, we are playing some good football right now. We're getting the fortune we need. We're getting some good performances out there. Players are stepping up in big games, delivering when it matters most. Clutch performance there from Niang coming off the bench, and we are through to the quarterfinals. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Career Mode, then please do leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.